La otra vez me cortó la pierna con un cuchillo, me la como rasgó. Y
He cut my leg
ese
with a
día fue
knife,
cuando llegó
and
el
another time,
policía,
when the police
otra
came
vez,
again, he held a
y me
knife
puso
right
un
here,
cuchillo
and my small
aquí,
children were
y
there.
estaban mis niños chiquitos.
43-year-old Gregoria Torres Almazan immigrated to the U.S. from Mexico in 1999. Contrary to other immigrants who come to pursue the American dream, Torres was fleeing for her life.
I suffered domestic violence in Mexico, and over there, they don't pay much attention if a man beats you or mistreats you. They don't pay much attention. So because of that, I wanted to come, because I didn't have work, and he didn't have work. So we both came here together.
Torres is one of many immigrants who have made their way to central western Virginia. She, like others, faced enormous challenges getting to the United States and continues to confront legal and emotional obstacles to stay.
A veces uno piensa que es fácil llegar a Estados Unidos y ya va a trabajar mañana.
Sometimes you think it's going to be easy to arrive in the United States, and then you're going to start working the next morning. You don't know that to work, you have to have papers. It's very different, and you become aware that it's like a battle to get work.
Last year, the United States Citizen and Immigration Services granted Torres a U visa because she cooperated with police who charged her husband with domestic violence.
Me siento más libre de que puedo salir.
I'm freer to go where I want. I don't have much fear of the police.
Alicia Horst works at New Bridges, an immigrant advocacy center that serves immigrants like Torres in the Shenandoah Valley.
And initially, the U visa is not a permanent scenario either. You receive a visa that permits you to live and work, but it's not necessarily going to give you access to residency, which would then lead to citizenship.
It takes time to become a citizen, as Marco Garcia knows. He owns and manages Muchacho Alegre and came to America when he was 17 years old, looking for work. Garcia has been trying to obtain citizenship for almost 7 years. He is currently in the United States as a resident and hopes to finish the process next year.
Well, in my process, I don't see nothing wrong because they're asking me for the right things, like be a good citizen, don't have felonies, pay your taxes, work, don't try to get advantage of the government, like Medicare and all that stuff. And I think so that's right process for me.
Garcia saw more opportunity for himself in the United States than he did in his hometown, Guadalajara, Mexico.
Really bad opportunity to go to school in Mexico. So I started working when I was 6 years old, and then just work. You know, driving and I like this town, so I say one day I want to open my own restaurant right here. So
illegal immigrants are not guaranteed lawyers. Instead, some rely on advocacy groups and legal clinics at law schools like Washington and Lee. Third-year law students Jessica Chi and Christina Sacco work with Professor David Bellarte to represent immigrants who are caught in the system.
I think if we understand why we have so many immigrants coming to the United States and what they're facing in their homes, we'd really know how to create laws that address these issues and not just making a one-rule-fits-all situation.
People don't know what they're required to do, what they're not required to do, and it's just sort of educating them on what the law is and how it applies to the situation.
This is like one of the biggest problems right now that the country faces, and it's unacceptable that we can't come up with some kind of solution.
Torres says it's tough to live with the uncertainty and the fear.
Sometimes you're working and you think, oh no, they're going to deport me. You can't concentrate well on what you're doing or on your family. You're thinking about tomorrow and what's going to happen to your children.
For the preliminary hearing, I'm Cece Smith.